3,
Three,
2,
two,
1.
one.
Hello, and good afternoon or morning, whenever you're watching. This is JK Podcasting, and this is our first episode. I'm one of your hosts, Jonah.
And I'm your second host, Keegan. And even though Jonah's technically right about this being our first episode, this is not our first time recording this episode. My computer decided to crash on us after we finished
Yep,
the whole episode. So, we get to do this again. But
yep,
kind of nice
round 2.
because this is our first ever podcast that we've done. Wanted to do one for a while. And I guess that kind of gave us a little bit of a head start, helped us kind of figure out what
Yeah,
we need to do.
a little practice
Um,
run. Yeah,
with that saying, if you guys have any suggestions or ideas for future, let us know. We're all ears. We are very thankful for any suggestions or tips you guys throw at us.
yep. So what we did in the last bit was we both had a list of stuff that we wanted to talk about. Now we're not gonna get through it all again in this episode because we are going to keep it a little shorter. But don't worry, we still are gonna pick out the best parts. Keegan, I'll let you pick from yours first, if you would.
So, I know the last time we did like future or like our
Right.
future plans, we'll kind of
Hmm.
leave that out because we'll kind of for the first little bit we'll just do whatever.
Right.
Um, so I guess starting off a little bit, or well, let's see here. Let's see what the list said. Mm, I guess so. My all my topics are kind of stuff we don't really need to talk about right now. So I'll let you go first. You pick a
Okay.
topic.
Gotcha. Um. So we can start with D&D struggles. We both play D&D. We love D&D. Eat, sleep, and
Yep.
breathe it.
Yep.
And
Whenever we
if
can.
yep, if any of you guys play D&D, please let us know. And the number one biggest struggle that all of us seem to face is scheduling issues. I think
Yep.
that's pretty true just across the board. Anyone who's ever
Yeah.
played D&D. Keegan has some insight.
Yeah. Like, personally for us, we've always tried. Anytime we've tried to play, we have something going on or something happens where we can't be there. Or it's always a struggle sometimes just getting your group together. Which a way we kind of bypass that is we play online sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Which can be
you know,
fun. It could be real fun.
it's fun. It does suck because you don't get to see the other person face to face, and sometimes that's a big factor of playing.
Yeah. And you
But
don't get to
and
eat
that's
pizza together.
exactly this man, him and his pizza.
Yeah.
But
We told
other
you
D&D
guys.
struggle. Yeah, sorry, didn't
Oh,
mean to interrupt
sorry.
you there.
Sorry. We told you guys a pretty big story about that in the last try. But
Yeah,
just to kind of wrap it up, I ate a lot of pizza one night. A whole lot of pizza. Papa John's, they got that barbecue chicken pizza. Ate that right up.
yeah. Even threatened to kidnap my mom so he can have more pizza.
Yep. It's reasonable. Pizza.
Yeah, yeah. Pizza's pizza.
Pizza,
Pizza's the
pizza.
go-to foods.
Yep.
Another struggle we talked about in the last one for me is just getting your ideas for campaigns down on the paper. Like, that's a big struggle for me. I have all these ideas, but anytime I try to write them down, I just struggle. So that's why a lot of times when I DM, I just go with the flow. I just kind of make stuff up on the go.
Yeah.
But
Which I mean, I guess
another
for like a lot of
struggle.
DMs, that is what they do. Is
Yeah. I know there's some who like write out everything, but for me, I just struggle with that.
yeah.
I feel like another struggle with a lot of D&D players is just finding a group.
Oh yeah.
Like finding people who play and who can play. Uh, if the listeners like D&D and would like to, I know we talked about this in our first attempt. Maybe in the future doing like a live stream, like a live podcast, and we be the DMs, and then the player or the listeners or the player, and they have to make the decisions. I think that could be fun. If the listeners are wanting to do that, maybe in the future.
Yeah. Just let us all know, guys. Really, the ball is in your park.
Yep.
Um, we had an interesting fact. We can mention that.
Yep. Uh,
So the other day I was on TikTok, and I already said this on the other attempt, but there was this really disturbing one that I came across, and it was about face mites. Now, some of you may have seen the TikTok as well, but apparently, face mites are on mostly everyone in the world, and they just kind of live on your face in between the skin and your hair follicles, and they just eat up like all the oil like inside of your skin. And it's like they're supposed to, like it's normal. Like the only time that it's like becomes an issue is if they overbreed. But I thought that was really something. Yeah.
yeah, we were looking at the lists, which I mentioned this in our first time, but you guys don't get to hear that because my Chromebook. But I was like, I had no clue what he was talking about in his list. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you'll know later." I was like, "Okay."
um.
Yeah. Another thing we kind of talked about was like our future plans, and like I go to college currently, and Jonah will be going to college soon.
Yeah.
Um,
In the fall. Yeah.
yeah. We could do we will do. I think we should do an episode later. Just talking about college and stuff.
Right.
Because I mean, we already kind of went into it. It's late when we're
Yeah.
recording this. Like we already talked about everything we're talking about now. We're just kind of shortening it down, condensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
And
hard to talk about something like twice and like stay like really in tuned with it because like you felt those
yeah.
things, but and now you're like, man,
Yeah. But hey, that just means we have future episodes. We have some episodes lined up for the upcoming weeks so we can talk about.
yeah,
But
get it all lined up for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think why don't we talk about a little bit about ourselves? Give them a little bit of
Yeah.
taste of who we are. Um, if you want, I can go first.
But
So
do you
something I
mean
talked or
like you want to mention like our high school experience? Like, are we going back to that or?
I was just going to I was going to talk about like the job I had this summer that I plan on
Okay.
working at again.
Yeah,
Like
I'll let you go ahead.
I worked at a Bible camp over the summer, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Uh, I have some stories from that job. Maybe future podcast we can talk about our job stories or
Yeah.
stories we have from our job. Um, I don't want to go into the stories I just said like an hour ago again, so we'll revisit that. Um, some more about myself. I was in the Scouts since about fifth grade, and I'm currently in my sophomore year of college. So it was a while ago. It was really fun. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I have a ton of stories from that too. So many wild stories. But there'll be something else we can talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, really loved it. I love the outdoors, and that's why I'm majoring in as a wildlife management major in college. Um, I plan on with that doing something like forest ranger, maybe even game warden, leaning more towards forest ranger. But yeah, I'm looking forward to get done with college. Um, But Jonah, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean,
Alrighty. Well, me personally, I didn't go straight to college. I was just kind of like working at a warehouse after we got out of high school. Which, to add some context, we graduated
yeah,
in 22, May of 22.
yeah,
Um, so in this, it's 24 now. So it's been a little bit since I've been in school. I actually didn't think I was going to go back to school, but then I found a really nice work study college, and from when I heard of it, I knew that someone like me, specifically with my specific kind of needs and just different financial statuses, like I'd be able to get into it. Um, and I'm gonna go into film whenever I go there. Um, and kind of backtrack, I got into acting not in high school, but at a local uh, at a local place that was putting on a play for a dinner show. And it was just really fun. I met a lot of great people, made a lot of amazing friends, lifelong friends. Well, I hope so. I'm not even 20 yet, but hopefully lifelong friends. But and I've kind of like slowly gotten to film through that. I make short films. I have another YouTube channel that's just mine. It's called So Films with a ah, crap. What's it called again,
it's a
Keegan?
hyphen.
Hyphen.
Hyphen. We
Yes,
just had this conversation less than an hour
we
ago.
just had it. Yeah. um, but that's in between the so's. And I just I want to make movies. I want to write stuff. I love telling stories. That's I love making things up, like not like a pathological liar way, but more of like a whimsical story way. So,
Jonah,
yeah,
the storyteller.
yeah. Jonah, the deceptor, the
Yeah, yeah.
deceiver. Yeah,
Deceiver. There you go.
yeah. Words. Um,
Words.
yeah. I didn't really do Boy Scouts or anything, but I also like to go out and explore nature, go hiking. I think that's fun. Maybe we could do a podcast where we like just go on a hike and like record it, like not like visually, but like just I don't know, and like just see what happens there. That could be something. I don't know. Um. Okay, we could
Um,
just start off by saying, okay, sorry, we're back from some techno issues,
yeah,
technological.
sorry guys, my computer decided to act up again. My Wi-Fi was acting odd, but we got it fixed. We're not sure where we left off. I guess you
Yeah,
guys will know, but we won't.
yeah.
So,
So yeah, you have that over us, the
yes,
seer of all things.
you know more than we do, and we're the ones making this.
Yeah. What does that say? Um. Well. I'm gonna check my list. Da,
Yes.
da, da,
Back to
da,
the
da.
lists.
Pace mites. I already did that. Uh.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about the so-so films.
Yeah.
Remember that?
There was a movie that I was in that finally came out. It's
Yeah.
I was an extra in it, which it was the first movie set that I was ever like on, like a live movie set. It's called darn it. I'm gonna have to look again.
It was Lily something, I believe.
I know, like, because I thought it was called something else, but then I saw it and I was like, oh, I've been calling this the wrong thing the whole time.
Dang.
Um, okay, here it is. It's For the Love of Lily, and it's on Freevee right now. You can stream it there. So if you have like Amazon Prime, you can go see that like right now. But yeah, it was really fun. It was really great. Everyone was so awesome. Like the cast, the crew, everyone was just so cool. Um, and it was a really great experience. If anyone is ever curious about film, I would definitely recommend being an extra on some movies. Um, they're coming everywhere. To Kentucky, everywhere. I don't know.
Yep.
Anything else that you want to mention?
Um, I think. Let me look back to the list. I mean, a lot of my list was just plans for this podcast and our own future plans, but we kind of already talked about that.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we like already did this once and now we're doing it again, and we're not really going through everything we did last time, we have some episode ideas now.
Right. Yeah.
But I guess to add on to that, the listeners at home, if you guys have any ideas or anything you want us to talk about or episode ideas, just let us know. We're more than happy to look at those ideas.
Yep. Well, I guess that just about wraps this up for this one.
Um,
Um,
I guess
we
before
had
we go,
something we had something a little bit longer for you, but we hope this
we
will
do.
suffice. I'm quite certain it will, but
Yeah, we.
yeah,
I apologize because it was my faulty equipment.
ah, could have happened to
Uh,
anyone.
yeah, I remember. We could talk about this real quick. It shouldn't take too much long. It
Right?
shouldn't
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
too long. Uh, I guess just to add a little more context to why we're starting a podcast.
Oh, right. Yes.
We wanted to do this for a long time now.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
like longer than a year.
Longer than a year has to be.
Yeah, yeah. By now, it's definitely way longer than a year
Yeah.
because it's going to be like at least three of us. I think more.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe 4 to 5 is what we originally wanted.
but there's like didn't work out. We never started it, and just
Yeah.
me and Jonah were on the phone yesterday, and we were like, I think I brought it up because I'd been thinking about it. I was like, man, why don't we just start a podcast? I mean,
Yeah.
we get on the phone a lot of the time. We have nothing to do. Well, I mean, school and stuff, but it's like we wanted to do this. Let's just go ahead and do it. Of course, this was yesterday we were talking about it. That's today. We've not really had any prep time. So
No.
you can kind of see how that's ended up. I mean, we were recording
Well, I
this for a
mean,
second time.
we're further now than we were a year ago on it. So,
Yeah, I mean, looking back at it now, like I've had like a rinky-dink microphone, worse computer. I would call it worse, but it wasn't really that good.
yeah.
But now, I mean, we've thought more about it. We got better equipment now.
I don't even know if I had a laptop whenever we first wanted to do it.
No, I know. I think a lot of us were you, the other person I know for a fact we tried it with once. You guys were on your phones.
Yeah.
And I was the only one on a laptop.
Yeah, we were hopeful. We were we
Yeah,
were hopeful.
we were
It
very
did.
hopeful.
Yeah. We thought we'd make it work, but then we just never really applied ourselves to it.
Yeah.
And we got
Um,
distracted with other life things, but now we finally got
yeah.
time to kind of settle down and really work at it.
Yeah. Another thing we were talking about, and this is also going to be part of our old podcast. We wanted to do these skits, like fake commercials or fake sponsorships. We may do that for this one. We won't tell you any of the things we had, but you'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we do that, and hopefully, you guys enjoy them. Or
You know,
if we don't
and
include them in the actual podcast, we could just do like short little skits.
well, yeah. Yeah. We can put those as shorts on the channel
Yeah,
because that's the thing on YouTube too.
that is a thing on YouTube. I spend too much time scrolling through the shorts.
Yeah. I mean, shorts, that's a thing anywhere now. Our attention
Yeah,
span matches it.
yeah. Our attention span has plummeted.
Yeah.
But this is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, I believe that's all we have for you tonight, folks. Please
Sorry,
come back
it's.
to us next week.
Yep. Hopefully next week we'll have things a little more situated. we should have a longer episode.
Yep.
Again, we apologize. Technology issues. But this has been JK Podcasting, and we will see you later. Signing off.
Signing off.